Today you're going to learn about an exercise called the pencil push-up. It's an eye exercise that has a lot of different uses, and we'll be exploring those in today's video. So to do this exercise, you're going to make sure that you're sitting up nice and tall. Your head's not forward or back or tilted or turned. Everything is in neutral. You take your thumb out, arm's length, and you look at the center of your thumb, and then you bring your thumb in towards your nose. Your thumb shouldn't turn double, but it's okay if it gets blurry. And you should actually be able to get it all the way towards your nose without seeing double. Then you bring it back out and repeat a few more times. It's best if you record yourself while you're doing this so that you can see what your eyes are doing. So in my case, my left eye was actually a little delayed. It wasn't moving as fast as my right eye. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover my right eye. I'm going to look with my left eye at my thumb, and I'm going to bring my thumb over a little bit to force my left eye to come towards the center more. And then I'll repeat that a few more times. Make sure you're breathing while you do it. Then blink a few times. Make sure you didn't press on your eye, and repeat the pencil push-up again and see if you have any success in your slower eye catching up with the other eye. So we'll try it again. Okay, so that was a bit better. The other things that you can do are to use different colored objects instead of your thumb. It's just easier to use your thumb because you'll always have it with you, but if you want to investigate and see what works best for you, you can grab different objects to use. So here I have different sticks that I can look at. I can look at a yellow stick with some letters on it and focus on the letter, or I can just look at different colored objects. So I'm actually going to take the one with the letters on it because it's actually best to look at something in detail while you're doing this. So I'm going to bring this stick out in front of me, and I'm going to focus on a letter and bring it towards my nose and back out again. That felt pretty good. So what you can do is just play around with it and see what colors work best for you, or if you need to focus on something like a letter, you can just grab a pen with some writing on it even, or you can write some letters on something yourself. So why is this exercise so important? It's really important in flexion-based movements. Flexion-based movements are lifting your shoulder up like this, or lifting your hip up. Any kind of flexion movement, even doing bicep curls, that's elbow flexion. So what you can do is, if you're having trouble with one of those movements, maybe it's lifting your arm, you can do a few pencil push-ups and then try lifting your arm again and see if there's an improvement. A lot of times there is, which is really cool. So you should practice this exercise throughout the day and even while you're exercising. It's also really important for being able to see up close. If you start to see double when you bring your thumb in, that means your eyes might not be strong enough in that position. So what you'll want to do is stop right before your eyes see double. So let's say you start to see double here. Keep your eye there for a few seconds. Bring it back out, and then see if you can get further in. So your goal will be to try to get your thumb as close to your nose as possible, And you can test this by checking what you can read. So maybe you can only read something at a certain distance. See if you can now read it a little bit closer. So since it's really helpful for being able to read because books are here or your laptop is pretty close to your face, sometimes this can be helpful if you have something like ADHD, because maybe your eyes are just not working together properly, and so you get really frustrated and distracted because your eyes are just tired all the time. So what you can do is practice this exercise throughout the day and see if it helps with your focus and your concentration. So we start with this exercise in neutral just to make sure that you can do it and just to see if there are any issues with your eyes working together. Sometimes you might want to be in a specific position and do this exercise. For example, some golfers will actually get into their golf position and do this exercise a few times just so that they can focus their eyes better on the golf ball. You might want to try it if you're having some pain or some mobility issues in one specific position. You might want to move your arm in that position and your body in that position, whatever is limited or painful, and do a pencil push-up in that position. You might be really good at this exercise in various positions, and then some positions that are giving you trouble, maybe your balance is off in a position, or your strength, or you have a little pain or lack of mobility. Could be really anything. Just try this exercise in that position and see what happens. Make sure you talk to your doctor before you do this exercise. Some people that have vestibular issues or motion sickness issues or vertigo issues should be really careful when doing eye exercises and should contact their doctor before they start anything. If you feel pain in any position, just stop doing the exercise. And if you have any questions about how to do this, please email me. And if you like this video, please press like and subscribe so you can get new tips every week. Have a great week.